Hello and welcome to the Nothing Nothing Reports on episode 4 of the American Song Contest. And as I have done with the previous 3, I am going to rate, update you, and inform you on the last week's contest and 3 saved, this week's saved, and all the other songs. I am filming this on Monday, April 18th, the day of the next episode. So it should be coming out just before that. So it'll be a nice little recap for those of you who are watching. And anyway, let us begin with with Fly from New Hampshire. I thought the song was fine. But other than that, so on. And then next up we had the Crystal Method with Watch Me Now from Nevada. Supposedly for being a house group, something like that, they were saying, one of the founders of it did not sound house at all. Not my favorite. Then next up we had Savannah Keys with Sad Girl from Utah. This was one of my favorites. It was a country song. Was it Eurovision? Sure, I guess. Country really isn't a Eurovision thing, but I guess it technically counts. And then next up we had from the District of Columbia, Neither with I Like It. I did not like it. And then next up we had Jared Lee with Shameless from Missouri. I thought it was okay. It was better than some stuff, and this was a better episode of Songs this week, by the way. So I would check all these out. And then next up we have Stela Cole with DIY from Georgia. I thought the song was fine. And then next up we had Bronson Varde with For You, as in the number For You, from Hawaii. Song was okay. This was definitely the influence song that's not American. And then next up we had Alexis Cunningham with Working on a Miracle from West Virginia. The song was okay, but I will quickly note that we have a very Eurovision-y thing. The singer is out. And if you understand the history of Eurovision, it's very LGBTQ friendly. It has symbolism of that a lot. And then next up from Arizona, we had Las Marías from La Finikera. This was a modern Marachi song, essentially. Actually, I thought it was one of the better songs of the night, surprisingly. And then next up, we have Brie Steves with Plenty Love from Pennsylvania. Not a bad song. Wasn't my favorite in the world, but better than nothing. And then lastly, we had Alan Stone, who was a soul singer, with A Bit of Both from Washington. He won, he's the jury pick, and I agreed with them for the winner of this week. And I will quickly go back, because I just realized I skipped over the other ones. Just as a quick reminder, the jury pick last week was 17 by Tyler Brandon from Tennessee. And the other 3 were Mr. Independent by Grant Knock from Texas, Riker Lynch with Field of Love, and Nikki/Co with The Difference from Alabama were the 4 that were saved last week, essentially. And with that, the 3 that I think are likely going to be saved based on YouTube this week, last week I did Spotify, and that was not even close to accurate, so I went back to YouTube, is Mari, Savannah Keys, and Stela Cole with Fly, Sad Girl, and DIY, respectively. I believe this has changed. I think DIY has been replaced with Plenty Love, but I could be wrong there. So that will likely means the eliminated songs will be Watch Me Now by the Crystal Method, I Like It by Neither, Shameless by Jared Lee, For You by Bronson Varde, Working on a Miracle, Alexis Cunningham, from La Finikera from Las Marías, Plenty Love from and Plenty Love by Brie Steves. And with that, that leaves the following states and territories tonight: American Samoa, California, Guam, Idaho, Illinois, Maryland, Michigan, Montana, New Mexico, North Carolina, and Vermont will be in the final episode, or the final episode of the qualifiers. And then, so in next week's episode, so at the end of tonight's episode, we will get technically whoever the jury voted for, and then whatever the 2 jury songs that were saved will be most likely. If not, we'll get the jury songs the week after this week as well that were saved. And with that, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Or if you are trying to catch up, you can watch the playlist. You can go to the playlist, the Nothing Nothing Reports on American Song Contest 2022, if you wish to catch up and hear about the previous weeks.